Hey everyone, just want to stop by real quick for this podcast starts and say like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on all my social medias at John D. Klauser. Literally the same name as the name that you subscribe to on this YouTube channel. So enjoy the clip, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
What's going on, man? I was looking on my timeline and I see all the pit bulls and the British bulldogs and everything else, you know what I'm saying? But they looking like kittens out there, joint, man. And I just want y'all to see what a real dog's supposed to look like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he don't got too much play in him, you know. You just give him the word and it's like, whoa, calm down, baby. Hey. We got it. You know. Ain't a lot of play in them. You know what I'm saying? It's that Mexican blood, that El Chapo shit. You know what I'm talking about? Now, relax, man. We good.
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Klauser.
All right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here, What's going on, guys? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with me, your host, Juan D. Klauser, John D. Klauser, whichever one you want to prefer. It was funny. So I was talking to one of my friends that I just submitted a news story to a writing competition, so now I'm working on another one. Humble brags, of course. And I was talking to one of my buddies, and I was like, hey, because I don't want to change my name. There's really no need to change my name, but I was thinking maybe as my writing stuff, I should change or have a writing name. And so I was thinking John DC, John.D.C. And I don't know, it'd be really cool because my whole thing is I want to just make it as easy as possible for people just to know who I am. So Klauser, and even though it's not that hard, Clouser, I'm still what if I just make John? John's easy. John with an H, and then D.C. D.C. It'd be super easy. It shows up super easy in Google, but so does my name. But I don't know. It was the thing. It was a thought. I thought it was interesting. I don't like how it looks that cool, but I think it kind of sounds cool. It doesn't look cool on print. And that'd be the whole point of having it. But it is what it is. So, how are you guys? We're here. Like I told you, we're here on a new episode. I submitted a new story, another story that's done. It's all right, back to the drawing boards again. I'm back to ground zero. It's every week, every month. It's Groundhog Day, but this next one is due on the 15th, which it shouldn't be that hard. It's not gonna be that hard because the story, I have this old story that I wrote back in college, and it was a pretty good story, and now all it needed was just marinating. It just needed it was a good concept, but now it's right in the prim of how this how professional am I leaving my phone on. You can hear us have sound on it, but it's it's in this spot right now where it's perfect, where it just sat and marinated for a long time, and I worked on other things and went away from it, didn't touch it for years, I knew I had it in my back pocket. I'm this is a great concept, just leave it. The only thing is you just need to have some age on it. Now it's the time, and I'm changing it's going to be written in first person versus third, so it's just one of those things. So what we're doing, we're here. Hope you guys are doing well. So one of the first things I saw, actually right before I got on this podcast, a really cool thing I saw, that Nigeria, as of 10 hours ago, this is 10:39. Wait, no, Jesus Christ, John. No, what's the date? It's 8:30, 2020. But yeah, so it was earlier today that Nigeria officially banned white models and advertisements in their country. Basically, they said that they have over 200 million people, so we'll just use everyone here, which was kind of cool. Band will cover all Nigerian actors responding to sea changing in national feelings. But yeah, it's just a really cool thing. I think it's cool. It's funny because I know there's gonna be like at least like one or two white people that are gonna be really upset by this, saying that like if they did that in America, everyone would be all up in arms and like that's the goddamn truth. And that makes no sense. Why would you ever want to say that in America? As an American, why would you ever want to say that? Why would you ever care? That's what I don't understand. There's just so many things like racism. Don't get it. Granted, because I'm brown, and they say that brown people can be racist. Like I think we can be prejudiced. I don't know if we can be racist because our cultures didn't like suppress other cultures, or because like even myself, like I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for a race suppressing another race and then fucking that race and making babies. So that's basically what happened. Yeah, that's even how that's how it's got my mom's side of the fucking family. Not even speaking of like my dad's side. But it's just that gay people, I don't understand. I just don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. Because, what gay people are doing, like, okay, you don't like it, whatever, that's cool. There's a lot of things that people do that I don't like. I don't really give a shit what they do. And then you make a sign, it's way gayer. That's so much gay. It's way gayer than what they're doing. What you're doing is way worse. You're a straight person, like, congregating with other straight people, talking about how, like, gay people shouldn't be having gay sex. It's like, why do you care? Yeah, go have straight sex then. Like, this is what you should be doing with your time versus what you're doing with your time. Again. Teach calzone. Wow, we're really going hard right now. Oh man, I don't know. Like, so I'm like, tonight it's like, I gotta get this done. Then I don't know if I should edit tonight and go ahead and get this whole thing uploaded and put online and have it like set for like publication. Because was it Thursday? Thursday, I'm leaving to go to Orlando. I got to pack tonight. I want to do it all tonight. I like doing it the 2 nights before, so just in case if something happens tomorrow, I can be, ready. But it's just like, God damn it, like having to do all this stuff and traveling. And people always like say like, like traveling's like, oh, it's so much fun to go like on a trip or like to do things. And it's like, no, it's not. I don't like traveling. Traveling sucks. It's cool once you get there. It's cool when you get there, but it sucks getting there. It's not fun. You can really tell like how like melancholy I am tonight on this podcast. Was also too is like my buddy gave me some gummy edibles, and so I took I had dinner and I ate 3 of them, which I probably shouldn't have done. I should have. You can't really. I think that's my problem. I always eat with my edible. And that's the thing. I think that's my biggest problem. But so I had 3 with like right after I ate, which was probably stupid. I really didn't feel anything. I'm like, okay, whatever. Came home. Then I just had 2. Like now it's been a couple hours that I had some food. My stomach is settled, and I ate 2. And then when I'm like eating it, I'm like, this is interesting. Like I can kind of feel a tingle like just from this. And so I'm like, and so I'm thinking like maybe those 2 that I just ate, because I had 5 now, which I have no idea what the milligram is. I think it's 20 each. I think. I don't, fuck if I know. But that's the thing is like with edibles, like they're always incredibly hit or miss with me. I've had one edible once that made me rethink ever smoking pot ever again. And it happened 2 years ago. The opening football game of the season, I believe it was 2019 season, the year that Chiefs won the Super Bowl, when it was Chiefs versus Jacksonville, and when was it Folds? I think Folds broke his shoulder, or no, he broke his collarbone, and then Minshew had to come in, and Minshew played a pretty good game, and everyone's like, oh fuck yeah, Minshew could be the next guy. Yeah, that was like, I had an edible and then I drank some beers and I was watching football and I'm like, oh my God. And I got so high, I'm like sitting there. I'm like, you know what, John? You might have hit it. I think you might have hit the the spot where like you'll never smoke pot ever again. And I remember when just like being way up here and just being shaking, like it's like it feels like the weed was just like taking me and just fucking just shaking the shit out of me. And then it just like just let me go, and I just kind of floated down back into my body. And it's like, all right, there you go, fun, have fun. That's usually how like a lot of like drugs are. So when I did mushrooms, when I have done mushrooms, like whenever I do it, there's always a moment when when I'm in it, and there's this like, I don't know if you know who Pele is. She's like the goddess of, I believe, fire or volcanoes. She's a Honduran goddess, and she comes and she always has like a box, and she never really says anything, and she always like just shows me something. And the last time it was what she showed me, she put this box down, and she had like the circle in the middle of it, and this little dot, and then she drew a circle around it, and like the dot represented me. I know, of course, you have to understand, this is my thing. And then like she then put like a box around the circle, and she would like take me, and like she drew like a line of how like having me outside, and like she'd have a line, then like it going over the box and the circle, and then another circle, and it's like you have to like think outside this box and the circle that you've been living in. I know it's incredibly weird, but then that's when I started like really, I'm like, you know what, you're right, I need to start like writing 300 words a day. I need to start like entering all these like writing competitions. I need to start doing more and more. Like, this is the moment. Like, I'm like, boom, boom. And so, it is what it is. Everyone has like that moment or a moment, and they're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. This is what needs to happen. So that was fun. Everyone, it's always fun with drugs like that. It's like every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's like I very rarely do them. Like once a year, maybe once every 2 years. No need to do that kind of stuff. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, so now we're here. I don't know why I'm talking so soft and quiet tonight. It's like I'm like easy night, smooth jazz kind of talking. What else do we have to talk about on this podcast? Let's see. We have 17 minutes left, huh? So, interesting story. So, I'm at my job having my lunch. When I do my lunch, I like to be alone. Don't like to talk to anybody. Just who I am. I don't like to be around a lot of people more than I have to. It's just who I am. I'm starting to just accept this, and having the fact that like it's just who I am. A lot of people like to have like a lot of acquaintances. I just don't need it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's because it's work. I think it's because of work. It's like, you know what? I would never interact with you otherwise. So like, there's really very little reason why we should be interacting here. And my position allows me to like not talk to you, and your position allows you to go fuck yourself. So what I like to do is I like to just like, when I have my lunch, I go and sit by myself, and when I'm sitting there, like I have my laptop, I'm writing, I'm doing my own thing, just doing my own thought, just doing my own thing. So where I work is this older woman came up to me, and we had this like happy hour thing. It was a Friday night or Friday afternoon, because we do happy hour. And she comes up and she takes my Coke, and it was like this, and she grabs it, and she takes the lid, and she twists it, and she pops the little fucking plastic tab thing off. And I'm just like, and she's like, ooh, there's still some in here. I'll give this back to you. And I'm just like, what in the Frenchman's fuck did you just do to my fucking Coke? I'm like, I can't drink it now. I can't drink this because you just put your hands all over the top of it. I don't know where your hands have been. I don't know you. I don't know. I wouldn't even want that someone I'm talking to. And I know that's probably crazy, but it's like, you don't have to do that. You don't need to touch my thing. It's like, that's going to touch my mouth. That's like one of the most intimate things you're going to be doing to when you do. So why are you putting your hands and your fingers? They could have been touching top ramen. Oh, God, that could have been like picking flowers. I don't know what the hell your hands have been. I just don't know. I don't want to know. And it's just, and I was just so incredibly angry. So angry. So mad. Just like, why now? Why me? Why is this happening to me? Why does this happen to me? It's like, oh, good God. But yeah, that was the thing. It's like, yeah. Was expecting more of that. What else we have? So I live in Missouri. Missouri's a little crazy sometimes, guys. A little crazy sometimes. So Missouri has, in some counties, have now legalized ability for schools to start paddling their kids again, which is interesting. Shocked that it's Missouri? No. What I am shocked about is the fact that it isn't more, because I figure it's a county, like it's Cass County, which is I think like maybe like 2 counties away from us, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour away. Actually, let me just Google this. Put this in maps. Cass County, Missouri. It's like an hour. Yeah, it's like an hour and 10 minutes. It's like just straight east from us. I take that back. It's just straight south. I'm a fucking moron. I suck at directions. I'll be with people and I'll be driving, and if like someone's like trying to, like, they're the ones supposed to like give me directions someplace, and if you don't say anything, I'll just keep on driving. I'll keep on driving, and then I'd eventually say like, hey, like, you're like, like, were you ever gonna say anything if I didn't like say anything to you about like where to turn? I'm like, nope, I was gonna keep on driving. And they're like, wow. And I'm like, well, that's just what I'm gonna do. That's just what I do. I'm not gonna, I could lie to you there. I could be like, well, no, I would have known that, and then you would have thought that, and then next thing, like another situation like that would have occurred, and then you would have expected me to be there to pick the ball up, and I'm like, I wouldn't have, and then you would have been like, what the fuck, John? I thought you knew this, and I'm like, actually, I don't, and then you're gonna think I'm a moron, versus like me just being honest with you. And you're like, what? He's kind of a moron, but at least he's honest. So that is how I think about that. Yeah, and there's always funny in the ability of just like being like, no, this is pretty much who I am. This is kind of who I am. Like, it's funny because I tell people, like, just I don't like people. I don't want to talk to you, and they're always like, oh, that's so funny, John. I'm like, no, I'm being completely serious, and we'll be talking at work, and there'll be a situation like, oh, I'll either be talking in a little group and I'll just walk out. I'm like, no, I'm done with this. I just want to leave. I'm not afraid to just get up and walk away from a conversation. I'm not. I think that shows so much level of respect to that person, because I respect your time. I don't want to take any more of your time because you're taking up mine. So I'm going to leave and allow you to get back to your life, so I can get back to mine. And you can do your thing, I'll do my thing. It's just what we can do. There's no harm. There's no foul. No. There's nothing. There's no hard feelings. It's just, we tried. We'll move on. It's just like, now, is this the most healthiest way of living? No. But I'm right. I'm right somewhere in this. So you understand. You have like maybe like 4 people at best that you really enjoy being around, that you don't want to strangle, that you don't want to watch choke on pasta and like have a slow death. There's only a small group of people you have like that, small amount. Everyone else, you're completely fine with telling them to go fuck themselves. You're fine with it. You don't tell them that because socially we're taught that we shouldn't be doing this. But why not? Like, I think that it shows a level of respect and a level of like, I honor you, and I respect your time, and I want you to move on with your life so I can move on with mine, and we don't have to continue this right now anymore at all. Like, I tell people all the time, like, we don't have to have this conversation. You know that, right? We can just stand here and not talk. Like, it won't, like, that awkwardness you would feel, like, you might feel it. I don't feel it. And if you do feel it, by all means, please walk away. Go talk to Susan. Please go talk to Susan, because I don't want to talk to Susan either. That's why you are over here and not talking to Susan, because, like I said, there is only a small group of people you enjoy talking to, and Susan isn't one of them. And by golly, Jim, you ain't one of me. You're like Susan to me. So, thank you. My voice is incredibly raspy and incredibly hurts right now. I don't know why it does. It just does. It just fucking does. I feel like this is like how, like, it just is. It's just where it is. And yeah, it's like I've turned another leaf, that I'm just like, I'm going to just start being a little more curmudgeon. And I don't mean to be curmudgeon. It's not really curmudgeon. I'm just like this honesty thing. I'm like, I just like this weird thing. It's like George in Seinfeld, where he's like, he just told the opposite of what he really wants. Like, normally I would just like keep this inside, but now I'm going to be like, you know what? No, you really shouldn't. And just like speak a little bit more. Now, do I still have to read the room? Yes. Can I just go off and say anything I want? No. So I do know these things. Don't worry. I'm not going to be an ignorant Amos, ignorant Amos. I can't even say it because I keep wanting to try to say another word. But it's this is just where we're at. What do we have? We have like 8 minutes left. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? I don't think I have much. Oh God. So there will never be a level of not understanding what you're doing than the guy who changes in the bathroom in a men's locker room at a gym. I will never understand you. I don't understand why you do that. Why do you want to do that? What is the reasoning behind this? What? Why? You know, like, you're more awkward than the guy who pulls his pants all the way down and then pisses at the urinal. You're worse than them. You know that? You're worse than that person. And let's be real, out of all the men in the world, they're the worst. But there's somehow you have topped even that Mount Everest. You have become the worst person because it's weird. It's odd. It's just not needed. You're in a locker room. You can go to the very back. It's like you're the person who does the curls at the squat rack. You're that person, but you're only the male version of that. Because there's no need to change your clothes in the bathroom. It's gross. People piss in there. That floor is piss, and now your socks have, the bottom of them have piss on it. Why do you want to have that? Why are you like that? Why do you want to be like that? Why don't you care about yourself? You don't have respect for yourself. I feel like if you do that, you don't have respect for yourself. Because if you had respect for yourself, you would be like, let's change when the normal people change. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Why are you being weird? And you know what? And there's also some people. There's some people who take pre-workout and they have to fucking take massive shits at that time when they get in, and you fucked it up. And you fucked it up because there's only 2 stalls. And we already know that taking a shit in a public bathroom is gross enough. But yet you had to go in there and you had to change your clothes. Instead of just changing your clothes to the goddamn locker room where it's 7 a.m. There's no one in there. There's no one in the goddamn gym at that time, you dickhead. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And why am I so mad about this? Like, no, I'm going to be mad about this. This is stupid. That's stupid. Stupid that I talk about this. But, hey, I have to do a podcast. I have to kill time. You don't. You just have to be a normal person. Just be normal. Change where everyone else changes their clothes, because we all do it. We've all done it. We all done it since we were 10. We were 10 years old. We lived in America. You had to change in front of other people. This is what we did. Did you do that back then? Why are you? You know what? I guarantee you there was someone just like me back then who was like, hey, buddy. Hey, weirdo, what are you doing? And I know someone's going to be like, John, you need to accept everyone for what they do and how they want to do it. You know what? And I do. But you know what? You don't do that when you can just change where everyone else changes. Sorry, but you can. Just easy. Just do it that way. It's like, dude, get a lock. It's like the person who like brings all their shit into the sauna. It's like, why are you bringing all your shit into the sauna? Just buy a fucking $3 lock at Walmart. It's across the street. Do that. Walk across, back over. You can keep all your stuff in a locker. And you can have in the locker, the lock, you can put a number on it, which only you will know. Works great. I have a lot of anger that I need to be getting out. I'm mad. I'm mad for some reason. This is great, though. What's the new? Like, oh, dude, who's this guy? Who's this guy? This guy's fucking pissed about something. Now, don't get me wrong. I am nowhere but right next to these people in the scheme of like things I do that are probably so fucking odd. Like, and when people see me do shit, they're like, why are you doing that, dude? Why are you like that, you fucking cocksucker? Like, who are you? Like, what kind of individual are you? And like, I can imagine that. But like, guess what? I think I'm a big piece of shit. I've always thought I'm a big piece of shit. It's like that. It's one of the greatest things. But you know what the greatest thing is? Like when you do think that you're a giant pile of shit, you can say that, and then you can joke and you can laugh about it. You can make fun of yourself for it, and it's really fun. It's fun as fuck. It's awesome. It's so awesome. But it's just like, good God, people, good God, just change in the goddamn locker room. Quit changing in the fucking bathroom. It's weird. It's so weird. It's just weird. It's weird. Your socks are you're gonna have piss socks. Piss socks. Why do you want piss socks? And that's gonna be the title of this episode, Piss Socks. Because that's a great title. Piss socks. And you should see the Te'o documentary. It's really good. And we should all give Te'o a big sorry. If you don't know about that one, he's the football player who got catfished and everyone thought he was gay after that, and his draft dropped massively. And it was like, what the fuck, dude? This guy was one of the best football players, middle linebackers to ever come out of Notre Dame, and then we do this to him, and then he was just a guy that just wanted, he was so innocent and just wanted to be loved, and he just wanted to find love and just like, you know, have a family. Now he has all that, and he retired this past year, and just like, good God, everyone, why are we like this? Why are we doing this? And he's just such a good guy, and you feel so bad that everyone treated him like shit, and he's just like apologized and like forgave the girl that did it to him, which was a guy at the time, but now transitioned, and so like now I don't even know if I'm like dead shaming that person because I said it like that, and it's like at least I'm aware of it, and so like does that gives me like at least some sort of like street cred in the sense of like, but it probably doesn't. It just makes me even worse. The fact that I could even be like, oh, John, you could say he's dead shaming, but then like you're gonna still say that she is a he. It's like, well, it was during the time of it, and even like Netflix was like, hey, and during the time of when we were filming this, we didn't know that he or she was a he at the time, but now he or she is a she. Here you go. And it was really kind of funny. But yeah, it's just one of those things. This is where we're at. This is who we are. We're a weird little thing called humans. Yeah, I don't know. We have a minute left. We're sliding right into the thing, into the descent. I'm going to be in Orlando. So by the time you see this, I'm actually going to be back. So there's going to be no different in the life for you than for me. Then here we are. I'm going to go pack for that. I'm going to probably put this all on my put this all up and edit it. So yeah. Got about 25 seconds left. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. You've got this far. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Mahalo or aloha. Bye.